Grendel's mum, monster or misunderstood? We'll soon find out. Feminist case for Beowulf's baddest bitch. Baddest boss bitch. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? We're not just slapping modern politics onto an ancient text, we're asking a simple question. Was Beowulf's mother just a monster? Or was she, dare I say it, misunderstood? Was she a victim of misogyny? Or was she, without a doubt, a proper bitch? Now, we talked about whether Grendel was misunderstood last week, and I think we came to the conclusion that he's not. So I think you can see where this video is probably going to go. But let's just waste the next 5 minutes now, shall we? We'll delve into the complexities of Beowulf's mother within the original text, and then explore how other scholars have interpreted her character. We'll also discuss how to evaluate these old stories without the context of history. She's villainized because she left her son to, willingly or not, terrorize a town for 12 fucking years, and then someone else dealt with it by killing her son. That's what you do with terrorists. Except in Britain, we just let them talk. She decided to do basically the same. Attacked Herat in revenge, killing a man, then ran away. I mean, fair points. And in those days, it was generally the men who sought revenge, not the women, which is, but she's emotional. So what's the counter-argument here? Are we trying to force something that isn't there? This is where things get interesting. Enter Jane Chance, a badass scholar who's spent her career wrestling with medieval literature. She argues that Grendel's mother isn't just some random monster, she's a complex figure who throws a wrench in the traditional male-dominated heroic world. Chance's argument boils down to a few key points. Reversal of Grendel's expectations. Unlike the typical docile woman in Beowulf, Grendel's mother goes full-on revenge mode, which is usually a bloke's job. Monstrosity and marginalization. Chance reckons that Grendel's mother is demonized because she lives outside the social order. Basically, society is scared shitless of powerful, independent women. No, we know. Comparisons to other women. Chance draws parallels between Grendel's mother and other female characters, showing how all the women in the poem are constrained by gender roles. Grendel's mother just chooses to resist in a violent, monstrous way. She has an emotional outburst. She kills one person, then runs away. Ambiguous identity. The Old English terms used to describe her like this one, show how the poem can't quite decide what to make of her. If you want to dive deeper, check out Chance's work. It's really good. Now, let's pump the brakes for a second. Is it fair to judge a poem written in the 6th century by today's standards? It wasn't really written in the 6th century. It was conceived of in the 6th century. The poem that you have right now was written in the 11th century by Christians who were very much woman sits in her place kind of people. So for all we know, in the original, Grendel's mother may well have fucking gone on a bigger rampage. But they needed to make her a threat, so she killed one person. Look, literature is always open to new interpretations, but you've got to balance modern ideals with what was actually happening back then. Thinking about the historical settings is kind of important. Here's a few main elements of Anglo-Saxon society that are keys to understanding Grendel's mother. Kinship. Family was everything. Loyalty to your kin was paramount. Vengeance. When someone's wronged your family, you had to get revenge. It was a matter of honor and part of the Anglo-Saxon heroic code. Wergild. Again, there's a word. This is the man price, the value placed on a person's life. If someone was killed, their family was entitled to compensation. But if they didn't get it, revenge was the only option. So Grendel's mother wasn't just some random monster looking for trouble. Her son was killed, and according to the rules of her society, she was obliged to avenge them. She may not have been a feminist icon, but she was acting within the constraints of her expectations of her culture. This also speaks to how Beowulf is questioning whether heroism is necessarily good and displays the endless cycle of violence. When Beowulf kills Grendel's mother, he's presented as a hero. He's rid the world of a monster, but from another perspective, he's perpetrated a cycle of violence, disrespecting the wergild and punishing a woman for grieving for her son. Maybe she's a symbol of the untamed, the wild, the feminine that patriarchal societies are always trying to suppress, or maybe she's just a bloody monster. Do what you want with it. Personally think she's just a bloody monster. We should keep this feminist bullshit out of this kind of stuff. Really for what it is. What does that leave us? Was Grendel's mother a monster or a misunderstood figure? Honestly, the answer is probably both, but who knows? She had a right to revenge, and she did that. Beowulf is a complex poem full of contradictions. You can't really judge Beowulf by modern feminist standards, and frankly, you shouldn't compare anything to modern feminist fucking standards. But it's definitely interesting to explore how the poem deals with gender and power, only because gender and power back then were very specific, as they kind of are now, but people seem to have forgotten that. It shows what these themes meant back then, and how they still resonate today. It's like having a conversation with the past. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Was Grendel's mother a justified avenger, a victim of circumstance, or just a straight up monster? Anyway, happy Wednesdays. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like the video if you like the video, and I'll see you on Friday. That was shit.